Just want to give another minute or two. Okay, we're going to get started in just a few moments. Okay, if the board members could all please make sure you have your microphones on. Sorry for the short delay. Good evening. It's 6:33 p.m. on Monday, March 10th, 2025. I'd like to call to order the Village of Brookfield Board meeting. Would everyone please join me in a pledge of allegiance to the flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Bridget, can we have a roll call, please?
Trustee Ketchmark?
Here.
Trustee Cote?
Here.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Here.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Here.
Trustees Hendricks and Gilhooley are absent, and President Garvey.
Here. Thank you, Bridget. We have 3 appointments tonight. I'm going to go to number 3 first. Gina couldn't make it tonight, but I just want to allow, in case there's anyone else coming for Mike and Bradley, I'd like to do item 1 first. So at this time, I'd entertain a motion to appoint Gina M. Sharenow to the Economic Development Commission for a term expiring March 10th, 2028.
So moved. Second.
The motion was made by Trustee Kaluzny, second by Trustee Narimatsu. Any questions or comments on the appointment? Gina has served on the, as chair of the Farmers Market Committee and done an excellent job on that, and she agreed to dedicate some more of her time to the Economic Development Commission. We had a vacancy, so we appreciate her putting her name forward and agreeing to serve. Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, thank you. We'll arrange to have Gina sworn in and her oath signed before the next Economic Development Commission. And Gina, thank you for agreeing to serve. Now, we have 2 promotions within the fire department. The first is a promotion of Michael Teska from lieutenant to battalion chief. So, Mike, if you and your family could please come up by the village clerk, she will administer your oath for your new position. And any family members that want to come up, and Trustee Cote and Trustee Kaluzny will agree to take pictures with your camera if you'd like. Yeah. And any other family members or friends, please come up closer if you'd like. Come up closer. Bridget hasn't bitten anybody in months.
Not yet.
Come on up, Michael. Raise your right hand. I, Michael Teska,
I, Michael Teska,
having been promoted to the office of Battalion Chief in the Village of Brookfield,
Battalion Chief in the Village of Brookfield,
in the County of Cook,
in the County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
the office of Battalion Chief
the office of Battalion Chief
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. I need your signature. There you go.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Would you mind, after you greet the board, if you would introduce your family to the public? And then I guess you all just stay up here for a moment, because Chief Adams likes to say a few words, and then we'll have the pinning. So,
Well, I have quite a few people.
and introduce everyone that's out there, too.
List them all. Obviously, my family, this is my daughter Emily, my wife Andrea, my son Joe. He actually came home from Iowa today, from University of Iowa.
Very nice.
My parents, Ken and Donna, my brother, Dave, Kelly, Tommy and Sophia. I got my cousins, I got my in-laws, Roger, Susan, Ashley, Dominic, and a whole slew of friends here as well. Alex, Tony and Gina, I got many, many people.
Nice show of support. Thank you. Chief wants to say a few words, and then we'll proceed with the new pin.
Okay. Thanks, Board and Village Manager, for this evening. Before me, we had Battalion Chief Mike Teska, who's been a firefighter paramedic with the Brookfield Fire Department since 2002 until his promotion to the rank of lieutenant on August 1st of 2021. Battalion Chief Teska currently holds the following Office of the State Fire Marshal certifications: Advanced Technician Firefighter, IDPH Paramedic, Fire Apparatus Engineer, Fire Service Vehicle Operator, Hazmat Operations, Rope Operations, Vehicle Machinery Operations, Vehicle Machinery Technician, Advanced Company Officer, Instructor 2, and Fire Investigator, as well as several other certifications. In 2008, BC Teska, along with a few other members of the Brookfield Fire Department, were awarded a Medal of Valor from the Illinois State Fire Marshal for their actions they took while fighting a house fire in November of 2007. Mike has also been recognized as a Firefighter of the Year through the Brookfield LaGrange Park Lions Club in 2009 and again in 2015. He has also received several commendations from Loyola Hospital, as well as numerous thank yous from residents throughout his career. He will continue with many of his officer responsibilities he had, including the maintaining hose, nozzles, and appliance inventory, as well as being officer in charge of buildings and grounds, along with a few new projects as he transitions, that you don't know about yet, as you transition into your new role. Mike is very knowledgeable in the fire service and shares his knowledge and experience with his junior firefighters, explaining why he has become one of the leaders of the department. The Village of Brookfield and the Brookfield Fire Department congratulate you for your continued hard work and dedication that has earned you this well-deserved promotion. Congratulations.
Yeah. Very good. Congratulations. Okay, and next we have the promotion of Bradley Pacyga from firefighter to lieutenant. So Brad, if you and your family could please come up. The more the merrier. And again, the cameras, I'll even take a camera if someone needs a camera. You can, and come up here if you like. We're,
Paparazzi.
go up this way. Yeah, come on in closer.
Thank you.
Raise your right hand. I, Bradley Pacyga,
I, Bradley Pacyga,
having been promoted to the office of lieutenant
having been promoted to the office of lieutenant
in the village of Brookfield,
in the village of Brookfield,
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of
the office of lieutenant according to the best of my abilities.
the office of lieutenant to the best of
According,
my
according to the best of my
according
abilities.
to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Need you to sign this. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. They're shooting photography, so they're. But if you'd like to introduce your family,
So
To
this
the-
is my wife Ella, my daughter Alina. This is Asha. My mom's over here, my brother's over here, my niece Natalie, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and some of my old coworkers that came to see me in the new position.
very nice.
Oh, and this is our good friend Karen, our neighbor.
And photographer, thank you. Thank you. Chief, would you like to say a few words?
Of course.
All right. Once again, thank you for the opportunity. Okay, Lieutenant Brad Pacyga was hired by the Brookfield Fire Department on October 1st, 2003 as a paramedic firefighter. Lieutenant Pacyga has a notable resume when it comes to training, as he also has earned the following office of the State Fire Marshal certifications: Advanced Technician Firefighter, IDPH Paramedic, Fire Apparatus Engineer, Hazmat Tech, Hazmat Incident Command, Watercraft Technician, Swift Water Technician, Ice Water Technician, and Surface Water Operations, Vehicle Machinery Technician, Rope Operations, Structural Collapse Ops, Trench Ops, Fire Officer 1, Instructor 2, as well as several other certifications as well. In 2011 and 2017, Lieutenant Pacyga was recognized as Firefighter of the Year through the Brookfield-LaGrange Park Lions Club. Also in 2017, he was recognized by Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart for his assistance in safely recovering a body from the Des Plaines River. He has also received a commendation from Loyola Hospital in 2018, as well as numerous thank yous from the residents of the village over the years, as many of the guys have, because you guys do such an outstanding job. Brad plays an important role and is an extremely active member of the MABUS Division 10 Hazardous Materials Team, where he's been trained by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security in their BioWatch program. He is also a member of the Fire Department Safety Committee, and his participation has helped shape the culture of safety in the fire station. Along with his regular company officer responsibilities, some of his duties will include being the hazmat coordinator, assisting with water rescue operations, technical rescue ops, among other tasks, again, that you don't know about. Lieutenant Pacyga, my bad, is very knowledgeable in the fire service, as well as he is really good at mentoring the firefighters and is definitely becoming one of the leaders of the fire department, as evident by your promotion tonight. The Village of Brookfield and the Brookfield Fire Department congratulates you for your continued hard work and dedication that has earned you this well-deserved promotion as well. So congratulations.
Those are tough to do. I suggested Velcro, but they don't. There we go. Congratulations. I would like to thank all the members of the Brookfield Fire Department, the other departments, Brookfield Police Department, past and present, that came out tonight. I think there's members from the Police and Fire Commission here, and just all the family and friends that came out to support. These are very important. They're big nights, and we appreciate the show of support. And as Chief noted, I mean, all of our people get awards and recognitions from various agencies, but you always hear Chief mentions the letters from residents and the thank you from residents, we get those things and we pass them on when residents specifically thank. Sometimes in their toughest, darkest days, members of our police and fire department are there to help. And then even after that, the families take the time to write personal notes or letters or emails. And I know that they're very valued by the members of our police and fire department. So I appreciate Chief always mentioning those. So, okay. So congratulations. And on behalf of the board, we're going to give you another award. You are free to go. You're welcome to stay for the rest of the board meeting if you'd like. We have a very exciting, long evening. You're welcome to stay. But if you would like to go find another place to go and celebrate, we will not be offended. So thank you.
That's awesome.
Now you feel in your energy.
Okay, thank you. We will now move on with the rest of the agenda. I will now open the meeting up to public comment. Is there anyone on my right side that has any public comment at this point? Okay, hearing none. Is there anyone on my left side that has any public comment? Okay, hearing no public comment, we'll move on to reports of special. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. So if you can come up, I'm sorry, I apologize. If you can come up to the microphone and give us your name, please. I'm sorry, if you could come all the way up. There's people hopefully listening and watching online and they could hear you.
My name's Edwin Busch, and I have a office, 3504 Grand Boulevard. I'm a chiropractor, acupuncture.
Yes.
And I'm having some issues on the parking in front of my office. So I was trying to see if the Village of Brookfield would possibly put like a 2-hour limit on parking so that I don't have cars parked right in front of there 24/7. They're just there all day, all night for like 7 days a week. And it's just like 3 or 4 parking spaces in front.
Okay. The village manager is writing down the address and the property. We all know where it's located. In general, we're doing a parking study in some other areas of town, but we'll have them look at that area and get back to you and see about any.
Okay.
We have a committee that makes recommendations about those types of things, so.
Okay.
I appreciate you bringing it forward.
Okay, thank you so much.
3504 Grand.
Grand. It's an acupuncture, Brookfield Acupuncture. and
It's right off
chiropractic.
the circle there, just south of the circle,
Right,
so.
yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Will you be contacting me? Is that what? Okay.
Yes,
All
yeah,
right,
we'll reach
okay.
out.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, was there any other public comment on this side? Okay, hearing none, I'll move on to reports of special committees. Trustee Cote, please.
I would like to make a motion to approve corporate warrant dated March 10th, 2025, in the amount of $1,957,481.84.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion made by Trustee Cote, second by Trustee Kaluzny to approve the warrant. Do any board members of, I'm sorry, Trustee Cote, any highlights?
Yes, on this item, there's a couple things I want to bring up. There's a 218 for lead water service replacement, Phase 1, 579 for lead water service, Phase 3. But what I did want to bring up is that over the past few months, I've been asking, how are we with the loans? Because we're expecting loans to help cover all of this. And the village did receive the full amount of loan from the federal government, so that is not in question anymore. We did receive all of it. As Village Manager Weiberg had told us, don't worry, it's coming. We did get it, and that was good. But aside from those items, on the regular business that we have coming up, we have several items covering engineering and lead water service, et cetera. But I wanted to say that on sections 1, 6, 7, and 8, the total comes out less than budgeted. We had budgeted a lot more. It's $327,000 less than we had budgeted. And for the lead water service itself, that covers like water main, et cetera, the items on the agenda. And the lead water service itself, we had estimated and budgeted 10 million, but it actually comes in at 7.3 million. So we're 2.7 million under budget. So all in all, everything that you're seeing on the agenda tonight is $3 million under what we had expected. So that is good news. That's all I have for that.
Thank you, Trustee Cote. Do any board members have any questions or comments related to the warrant? Okay, hearing none, can we have a roll call, please, Bridget?
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Regards to DPW, I'm sure that most of the board already knows, everybody on the board does know, I'm sorry. But for the public to know, and I don't want to steal your thunder, I guess, the DPW has, the village manager has hired a new director for DPW who will be starting March 24th. So we welcome Lauren Moore to Brookfield and look forward to what we believe will be a bright future with her here in leadership position. In these past 2 weeks, DPW has been busy. Forestry has completed the trimming of 15 trees and clearing the bioswales and performing a lot of park maintenance. And while the Streets Division has been working on replacing signs and repairing potholes throughout town, and utilities have repaired a main water break on Prairie. As always, if you see an issue in town, the best way to get a hold of somebody is through the C-Click Fix program. In regards to the Library Board of Trustees, I want to remind everybody that that board meeting has been moved from 7 to 6:30 on the fourth Wednesday of each month. This past weekend, the Library Friends and Foundation had a very successful book and bargain bag sale. Thank you to everybody who came out, and the foundation was able to raise $3,900. Upcoming, they do have a teen cooking DIY St. Patrick's Day treat on Wednesday, on March 12th at 4 p.m. And they're having a Trinity Irish Dance Academy performance Friday at 11:15 a.m. on the 14th. I also want to remind, for those that are 60 and older, AARP will be at the library on March 13th between 10 and 2 p.m., 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to help with providing free tax assistance for those 60 and older. You can sign up in person at the Adult and Teen Service Desk at the library. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Cote. Trustee Gilhooley could not be here tonight due to a situation with work. I do want to remind the board members and the public, there is a ribbon cutting for Gears to Us on Broadway. I believe it's this Saturday at, I think it's 11 a.m. I could check my phone because I put it on my phone, but we welcome them to the village, and I'll just confirm that. I have it Gears to You ribbon cutting at 11 a.m. at 9219 Broadway. I know Trustee Gilhooley would like to report out on that. So, Trustee Hendricks also could not be here tonight. I don't think there's been a planning and zoning meeting since the last meeting. We will be having some meetings coming up, though. Trustee Ketchmark, Administration, Economic Development.
There has been no EDC meeting since our last meeting, but last week, the jurors that were chosen to pick the vendors for the Brookfield Shops did meet on Tuesday, and some very interesting, good presentations. There were 6 vendors chosen, and I think tomorrow there's a kickoff meeting for those vendors. It's going to get really exciting and really crazy quick here. The EDC had talked about a couple items that we will be talking about on our committee meeting this evening, the consultants for the Brookfield Shops, as well as the Brookfield gift card program. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Ketchmark, and thank you to the members who served on the jurors and spent basically a whole day helping pick and select. And there's so many people that have helped get the project this far, but that was a long day for those people, and we appreciate all the time and effort, so thank you to them. Trustee Narimatsu, Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, thank you. Summer camp registration is opening and filling up. There are still a few openings left in Camp Kiwanis and Brains and Games, so go ahead and get in there if you need that. The Brookfield, or the Parks and Rec Department is in full swing for hiring camp counselors as well. So if you are interested, please get in touch with the department. And then one other event coming up I wanted to highlight is the Bunny Brunch Bonanza on April 12th, and you can sign up on the Parks and Rec website. This past Friday, we had an awesome event, a yacht rock event for the Brookfield Parks and Rec Foundation. We raised, I think it's over $6,000. I don't think we have our final tally, but it was a really great event. I wanted to thank everyone for coming out. I know there were some familiar faces. And just thank you all for your support. It was just a really great time. And we have some upcoming events, a pickleball tournament this summer, and then the duck race. So please start getting ready to see the ducks out there. The next Brookfield Parks and Rec Commission meeting is on Tuesday, March. I just don't have a date on there. It's not this Tuesday, it's the next Tuesday here at Village Hall. That ends my report.
Thank you, Trustee Narimatsu. Trustee Kaluzny, Conservation and Beautification.
Thank you. The Conservation Commission met on February 25th. They are planning lots of things for this year, but the one that's coming up soonest is their Earth Day event on April 22nd at the library. They're going to be talking about how residents can get more involved in the projects that they're working on. And then the commissioners are also working with Stevie on an update to the climate or the sustainability plan for the board in April as well. So thank you, Stevie, for working on that, and the commissioners that are contributing to that report. In addition to that, they are talking about, they're finding dates for the electronic waste recycling event this year, probably later in the spring. And then they're in some exciting discussions about a pumpkin smash this fall. And so thank you to staff for looking into the possibility of that. And hopefully we can all smash some pumpkins and listen to Smashing Pumpkins in the fall. And their next meeting is March 18th, a week earlier than normal, due to some folks away on spring break. So March 18th, at the same day as the Parks and Rec Commission, and we'll just find a different place to hang out at 6:30 p.m. The Beautification Commission attempted to meet last week, but did not have quorum due to some illnesses. And so they are meeting tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. here in Village Hall. That ends my report.
Thank you, Trustee Kaluzny. The Solid Waste Agency and WCMC have not met since our last meeting. We continue to work with Brookfield Zoo on several projects. And I'm not an expert, but I have a feeling this Saturday when it's 65 degrees and it's the beginning of some people's spring breaks, there's going to be a big crowd Saturday at the zoo. And I think we're approaching that season where there'll be some crowds at the zoo. But as I've noted many times, the communication with the zoo, security and personnel with our departments have helped lessen the impact of that and take steps when we see those days coming and those large attendance days. And we do want them to have the large attendance days. We just try and minimize the impact to our residents. So we look forward to that continued cooperation. I would just like to, in case there's anyone from Congress Park School watching or listening, I don't see anyone in the audience from Congress Park School, but in case anyone's listening or watching online, because I told them our meetings are online, Friday night before the Parks and Rec Foundation, I was invited and honored to read at their family reading night, and I read a book on the preamble to the United States Constitution to members of the Congress Park School, and I was given a very nice token of their appreciation, and I promised I was going to bring it tonight and put it up here. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to stop at home, so if anyone's watching, I will bring it to the next meeting, members of the Congress Park Dolphins, and thank you for having me that night. So, okay, that ends the reports of special committees. At this point, I would entertain a motion to pass the omnibus agenda.
So moved.
Second.
The motion to pass the omnibus agenda was made by Trustee Cote, second by Trustee Ketchmark. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. We have several items under regular business, and I'm going to ask for a motion and a second to approve the first one, and then I'm going to ask Derek Trico from Hancock Engineering basically to make a presentation that addresses a lot of these items. But first, I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution authorizing the execution of a professional construction engineering service agreement with Edwin Hancock Engineering for 3 standalone lead water service replacement projects in the amount of $459,400.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, the motion to approve the resolution was made by Trustee Kaluzny, second by Trustee Cote. Before I open that up to public comment or discussion, Derek would like to make a presentation on these items. Thank you, Derek.
Yeah, thank you, President Garvey. I think as the board knows, last year and this year, we've had an unprecedented amount of capital projects So I asked him if I could put together just a brief summary on the capital projects from last year, also what we're anticipating to construct this year. And then we just bid out the lead water service replacement projects, and I want to give an update on that. After that brief presentation, what I'm hoping to do is give a quick overview of the bid results for all 6 projects. And then if there are additional questions for any of the individuals, Dan and I are both here to answer those. But to begin with, here's a summary on our capital improvements projects for the last couple of years. I notice exhibit is at a small scale, but this shows last year the construction projects that we performed. The green, yellow, blue, and orange are all related to the loans we got from the IEPA, and they are the lead water service and the water main replacement. As you can see, we covered about a fifth of the streets in town had some sort of construction on them last year. So, put together a little detail. Last year, we had about $20 million in capital improvements. The lead water services, we had $8.5 million. Water main replacement, $5.2 million. Burlington was a $4.3 million project. The 24 streets were $1.3 million. And then we had several smaller projects like our fire hydrant painting, our sewer cleaning, stuff like that, that annual maintenance projects that amount to another $700,000. We were fortunate. We were able to get a lot of loan and grant funding. Last year, we got a total of about almost $17.5 million in loan and grant funding. We had $13.7 million in EPA loans. We were able to get $770,000 from the MWRD Stormwater Partnership Program that helped pay for that new storm sewer on Burlington Avenue. And then the STP share of the funding on Burlington was $3 million.
Derek, if I could just, was those IEPA loans, were those low interest or no interest or?
The loans for the water services are 0 interest over 30 years. The loans for the water main, which was about $5.2 million, they're at about 1.9%.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. And then we move on to our projects this year. And as you're going to see, we have an even larger year planned this year. Again, the blue, orange, green, and yellow streets that you see highlighted are associated with the water main and the lead water service improvements. And the other projects have to do with our Grand Boulevard, 3700 block of Grand and Brookfield Avenue project. We have street improvements. We had a CDBG grant for Blanchard Avenue. And again, we have our typical maintenance projects that I mentioned that we did in '24. Putting a number on it, approximately $24.5 million is what we're anticipating this year. So about a 25% larger program than last year. Lead water services, we were fortunate to get the $10 million. I've mentioned before, my understanding that's the second largest amount in the state. Only Elgin got a larger grant amount or loan amount for lead service funding. We have $6.3 million in water main replacement. We have $4.6 million for Brookfield Avenue and 3700 block of Grand improvements. About $2 million for the streets, which includes Blanchard and our normal street project, and additional projects of about $1.6 million. So in addition to some of our maintenance, we have a parking lot that we're constructing below the elevated tank, and we also have some improvements on the north side of the Congress Park train station that will be constructed. So all in all, it's going to be a busy year, but we'll get through it. It's planned out. We were again able to get quite a bit of funding, grant funding and loans. This year it's about $20.5 million. Again, the EPA loans make up the lion's share of it. We're getting $16.3 million. Just to backtrack, so $10 million is at 0% interest, and the 6.3 will be at approximately 2% interest. We were able to get some STP funding, Surface Transportation Program, through the West Cooks Council of Mayors. We got $3.7 million to help out with the cost for Brookfield Avenue and the 3700 block of Grand. We were able to get a $200,000 CDBG grant that'll help with the cost for the Blanchard Avenue improvements. The 25 parking lots are being partially funded, $180,000 from an MWRD Green Infrastructure Grant. And then we were able to get a Invest and Cook grant for $200,000 for our Congress Park train station improvements, north side of the tracks. I just threw this in there. Boy, I've been here at board meetings almost 30 years. It's $14.4 million worth of contracts that are being contemplated for award tonight. Give you an idea, I think you guys know we have 10 core clients where we're the village engineer. Most of them do, our largest clients outside of Brookfield, I looked at the average, it's 5 to 7 million in a year. And then one night, we're awarding 14.4 million. So really big night for awarding contracts. This all goes back to the board, planning with the water rate increases, approving us being able to go out and apply for these grants. We're really seeing it come together. They're all on one meeting because we try to get out early so we can get going with construction and finish before the end of the year. And then I did want to give a update on the lead water services. We've been working on this since 2022. We started out with an inventory that identified a little over 3,000 lead water services. Between 23, 24, and 25, we have replaced 1,548, so almost exactly half of the services will have been replaced by the end of 25 with this current grant money. That leaves us about 1,539 lead water services that we'll need to replace over the upcoming years. But boy, Brookfield has really been aggressive, attained just phenomenal bids. We'll go into those in a minute, and we're getting some really good bid prices and replacing these at 0% interest as opposed to, we don't know what the market will do, but I'm fairly certain the prices in 5 or 10 years will be higher than what we're paying last year and this year. We have 6 contracts up for award. All of the bids came in below our estimate. They're all with contractors that we're familiar with. Quite frankly, the 3 lead water service projects are all the same contractor that bid last year. It's done an excellent job. We're very happy to see them back in town. And the water main is also being done by a firm, Suburban General, out of LaGrange Park, that has done work in town for 10 years. They usually get our street improvement projects, the underground portion, and now this is the second year in a row they took the water main project. I'll give a quick summary, and again,
Sure.
open for any questions. I'll try to keep it brief, so the first project that we'll discuss will be the lead water service replacements Phase 1. Estimate was a little over $4.4 million. Bid from 5 Star Energy Services came in at $2.982 million. It's about 67% of our estimate. Work on all of these water main improvement projects should start in early May is what we anticipate. 25 lead water service replacements Phase 2. Our estimate was $3.5 million. Low bid from 5 Star Energy, $2.62 million. They were at 74% of our estimated amount. Very competitive bid. And Phase 3 of the lead services, our estimate, it's a little smaller project, $2.15 million. Low bid from 5 Star Energy is approximately $1.7 million. Came in at 79% of our estimated costs. Fourth project we'll have up for award of bid is the 2025 Water Main Improvements Project. Our estimate was $6.28 million. Low bid from Suburban General was $5.29 million, so it came in at 84% of our estimated costs. And then we had 2 that weren't associated with the water system improvements. The first is the 2025 Street Improvements Project. Our estimate was $1.6 million. Low bidder was J. Narduli Concrete. Again, a firm we're all familiar with. They've been very competitive on past street improvements projects. They came in at 1.44 million, or 90% of our estimate. And the sixth and final project that is up for award tonight is the 2025 green parking lot improvements. Again, that's the parking lot by the, underneath the elevated tank. And our engineer's estimate was $390,000. Low bid was from Everlast Blacktop at $374,000. Everlast is a company, they did the paving on Burlington last year, so again, another firm that we are familiar with. I know I gave abbreviated presentation, I didn't go into the scope. Happy to answer any questions as we go through these.
Thank you for the presentation, Derek, and the summary of all these upcoming items under regular business. But at this point, I'll open it up to questions from the board. If you have questions of Derek or staff on any of these projects, we'll go through. We have to go through and vote on each one individually. But if you have questions, while we have Derek available. Any questions or comments?
No. Congrats on getting all these out and all under bid or under estimate.
It's been a busy few months.
Yeah.
And, you know, Derek, you acknowledge the board and thank the board, but I would just want to thank staff and your firm for, I mean, we've always asked you to be conservative in your bid estimates because there's no point in, you know, lowballing and then when we try to budget for these things. So your estimates are always at the conservative level we ask, but the fact that they came in under bid, I think is a testament to the fact that there was a lot of work, and to put all these out early is something we learned over the years. I know Trustee Ketchmark remembers we'd be putting these things out in the middle of the year or the end of the year, and contractors are looking to book up their schedule and have secure work for the entire season, so they bid on the early projects early, and towards the end of the season, if they're busy or in the middle of the season, the prices, their quotes are reflected in that. So this is something that we've kind of perfected over the years, planning things during the budget meetings and having plans ready to go and coming before the board for the request to bid and going out to bid early. So I thank you and staff for doing that. And it's reflected, it's a real dollar amount, it's a real amount that we save by going out to bid early and getting these low bids, so thank you. Any other questions or comments from the board?
Well, that even starts on even the first item on the engineering. We had budgeted $550,000, but we're actually looking to approve only $459,000, so it's a $90,000 change. And then the 1.6 on the water main, where it's only going to be 1.4. So these items that we had already budgeted, and that's money that we're not going to have to spend, and this is very appreciative of all the hard work the staff is doing and the engineering for Hancock is doing. And I mean, the other one, even the engineering on the lot improvements was, we budgeted 50,000, it's coming in at 38,000. That's 38.5. So these are real-time savings, as you said, President.
That's an excellent point, Trustee Cote, and it goes even deeper. Just the fact that we were able to get started on this early, when the mandate came from the federal government about lead service replacement, we were just required to have a plan in place to do it over decades, and we got in early, we started early, and I think it's no coincidence that we've made the 0% loans and the low-interest loans available. And that, again, that's real money. We have to borrow some of this money and pay it back with the water rate increases over the years. But, you know, whether it's 1.9%, you're not going to get any better rates than that, or the 0% loans that the projects that qualify to that, those are real savings and allow us to do more work. So it's just a very efficient process that we've come up with the help of staff. So thank you. Anything else? All right, so we have a motion and a second on the resolution related to the 3 standalone lead work, the item 1. So I'd ask for a roll call vote on that, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. The next item, item 2, I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution to award a contract for the 2025 lead water service replacement project Phase 1 to 5 Star Energy Solutions in the amount of $2,982,899.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by Trustee Cote, second by Trustee Narimatsu. Any questions or comments on this resolution? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to item 3, I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution to award a contract for the 2025 lead water service replacement project Phase 2 to Five Star Energy Solutions in the amount of $2,623,574.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by trustee Narimatsu, second by trustee Ketchmark. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to item 4, I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution to award a contract for the 2025 lead water service replacements project, Phase 3, to Five Star Energy Solutions in the amount of $1,696,459.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by trustee Kaluzny, second by trustee Narimatsu. Any questions or comments on item 4? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Move on to the next item. I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution to award a contract for the 2025 water main improvements project to Suburban General Construction in the amount of $5,292,089.65.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by trustee Cote, second by trustee Narimatsu. Any questions or comments on this item? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to item 6, I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution to award a contract for the 2025 street improvements to J. Narduli Concrete Incorporated in the amount of $1,443,186.86.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by trustee Kaluzny, second by trustee Ketchmark. Any questions or comments on this item? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to item 7, I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution to enter into an agreement for the furnishing of professional construction engineering services for the construction of the 2025 Green Parking Lot Improvements Project at 3840 Maple Avenue to Hancock Engineering in the amount of $38,900.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by trustee Kaluzny, second by trustee Cote. Any questions or comments related to this resolution? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Finally, the last time I entertained a motion to pass a resolution to award a contract to Everlast Blacktop Incorporated for the construction of the 2025 Green Parking Lot Improvements Project at 3840 Maple Avenue in the amount of $373,705.08.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by trustee Kaluzny, second by trustee Narimatsu. Any questions or comments on this item? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. I wanted to share that after the reading night, an impromptu question and answer period started up at the Congress Park Reading Night, and these were mostly 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old kids, and one of the questions I got was, why were the streets torn up so much last year, and why did it take so long? I scanned the room to see which parent put their kid up to that, but they noticed, and I did tell them that wait till this year, wait till they see what's happening this year. So, but I explained to them what we were doing and the importance of the project. So, and as Derek kind of summarized tonight, and we just did it, we committed over $14 million tonight, and it's I did notice Doug kind of wince back there when our finance director. We're doing a lot of work, but we're doing it in a responsible fashion with the funds available with proper planning. So, again, thank you to staff and the board for the foresight and the courage to do this, to make the necessary improvements going forward. So, okay, that ends the items we have under regular business. Tim, do you have anything by manager's report?
Yeah, both Doug and I had a lot more hair, and it was a lot less gray before Derek came along with all these great ideas. Second of all, I was also at Congress Park School about a month ago, and they were giving me the hardest question I got was why am I so tall? So I'm glad they gave you all the difficult ones. So
I did not get that question.
that was just cute. Yeah, thank you. One quick item. Earlier today, we had our annual Joint Review Board meeting. This is a annual requirement of the state TIF Act, Tax Increment Financing, where we have, the village has 4 TIF districts, so we report annually on the activities that have gone on in the district, how it spent the money, what type of activities do we have going on. We invite every single tag team body that Brookfield is a part of to come to the meeting. I will say that while we were on time filing the reports in 23 to be reported in 24, due to staffing changes and so forth, we never unfortunately got to the meeting, so we were a few months late actually holding the meeting, although we did file the reports correctly. So the meeting today was actually for 23. If you missed it and you want to come to the 24 one, we're going to do that in a few months. So there will be another opportunity, but we had good discussion, good questions and answers on what was going on in the various TIF districts for 2023. And so that was conducted right here a couple hours ago. That's it.
Thank you, Tim. Okay, that ends the items we have on the village board agenda at 7:22 PM. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn the village board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
The motion to adjourn was made by trustee Cote, second by trustee Kaluzny. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, the board meeting's adjourned at 7:22. We'll start the committee of the whole meeting in just a few moments, please. Thank you.